Welcome to Knuckle Town.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your f***ing cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Welcome to Knuckle Town.
A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Welcome to Knuckle Town, man. How y'all feeling good today? You know, we love the bare knuckle here. We cover the world of bare knuckle in combat sports, and we have something very, very special for y'all today. One of the pioneers in the sport, man. We got Dhafir Harris, better known on these streets as Dada5000, co-founder of the BYB, man. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Hey, listen, Big Face, it's a pleasure to be sitting here with you and all your supporters, man. Hey, listen, we're now live with the best, 305 worldwide, Dada5000, Knuckle Town, you heard?
Hey, I want to say this right now. You know, I've been to Miami several times over the last year for bare knuckle events, and man, Miami is the epicenter of the bare knuckle world, man.
Of course, this is where everyone wants to come, you know, because we revolutionized the way that individuals look at extreme reality all over the world. You know, we're taking it back to the days of Kimbo Slice, right? None of us, you know, formulated bare knuckle. This stuff been going around since the Coliseum days. But what we did was we brought it back with a vengeance. We took something that was already in existence. We altered its appearance, you know, and it's like going fishing. We caught the world with what we were doing and what we were thinking, and it's created a phenomenon. And here we are today.
I mean, it's the hottest sport in the world, period, point blank, the fastest growing combat sport in the world. And Dada, man, I've been a fan of yours for years. I first found you for 2015 of a documentary, dog fight, right? And of course, Kimbo, I didn't even know what YouTube was till Kimbo Slice came out. And somebody said, you got to see this dude, Kimbo, go to this YouTube. I found YouTube because of Kimbo. And what you guys did was, you're right. You get the extreme reality is exactly what you given them, right? What got you into the bare knuckle? I mean, we know you was in the backyard. For the people that don't know.
Well, here's the thing. All of us are from Paran. R.I.P. to Kimbo. You know, we all growed up together. You know, so I could have go to the front of my house and look to the right and see his complex, right? So when you look at it, this was already in us. It was a way of life, you know? And our hood, our city is no tougher than the next person's who's watching this right now, right? But the difference was that we documented, we recorded it, and we put it out there for public consumption, you know? And again, just seeing what individuals have and what individuals did not have. You know, I know they don't have a high school diploma. I know they don't have a trade or they don't have a skill, but what they do have is a will. You know, what they do have is 2 strikes against them, you know, and people didn't see the benefit in what I was doing inside of the backyard, because I'd rather these guys being in my backyard, right, performing in the front of individuals that are flying in, because I told them the next great thing may be coming out of a backyard, not a dojo camp or a boxing, you know, venue. And I said, hey, listen, we are the greatest show on earth, not Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. And I got these individuals, I said before, to trade in their suits and ties for baseball hats and tennis shoes to come down to South Florida. And I told those athletes, I just need you to be 40%. I don't even need you to be 50, and I'm going to do the rest. And we're going to anchor this thing. And we sent so many guys pro, not only to UFC, to Bellator, and to boxing. And we did it with no help from the majors. Nobody that I could have picked up the phone and call in favors, you know. And again, when I'm telling you about what they had and what they didn't have, I'm telling you what I had. I had the gift of gab. I understood. I believed in what it was that I was doing. Almost like Don King, you know what I'm saying, when he put on the Thriller in Manila, you know. With,
only in America.
You know, inside Africa. It's the same thing. I believed. and just to show, and I can't say that the road was all smooth sailing. No, I encountered some things, but my victory, was well worth it because I seen other individuals elevate their game and change their lives for the better.
Yeah, you definitely built the momentum, right? I mean, you definitely had to grassroots it, but you captured the imagination of the public, and that's what y'all always did. And so, speaking on that, RIP Kimbo Slice, definitely we lost him mad young. Y'all, everyone in the streets was wanting that fight forever. You and Kimbo wanted to see Dada versus Kimbo, and y'all tried to do it in 2012, and it didn't happen. You finally got to do it in 2016, and you almost killed yourself in that fight. And I remember having a fight party for that fight, for real.
What's so interesting is this, right? Because shout out to Billy Corbin and Dogfight round 2 scheduled to drop this year. I want everybody to watch that. Because there's a lot of things that the public did not see. And when you're dealing on those levels, you have a lot of individuals that take interest. I had 4 guys put $6 million on me. That's at the weigh-in when I went up. And it's like, oh shit, nigga, Dada's up, and everybody's like, whoa, that's a different type of nervousness, because he was the guy. It's a lot of things. And, again, I came there and I had number confidence in myself, but you're only as good as the person standing next to you, and I really want everybody to watch Dogfight round 2. They're going to be shocked. They're going to be blown because this is something that's educational, and no, man, I mean, I was in a boat. And I didn't take that type of damage from him to put me in that boat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying.
A lot of people said Kimbo wasn't fighting like Kimbo. I know. I'm in there with him. And I'm like, you should have took that. It was certain shots, and I was like, well, you should have took that one. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, for me, a lot of people say a lot of different things, but I fought better. If you look at my previous fights, I'm not the most technicalist, but I'm going to bring it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring it. And I didn't bring it. And I can safely say, I don't know what was going on with him, but just speaking for me, that, those who knew me, they was like, something ain't right, and I want everybody, to watch this documentary, and I just thank God that I don't look like what I've been through, and we got a chance over here at BYB Extreme. Shout out, to Mike Vasquez, and like, love that guy, when I was in the backyard and we started getting hit with the cease and desist letters, right? Because I was very well on my way to becoming very rich in the backyard. Because I hadn't figured it out. I started getting the networks to come out. So again, just like with legalizing weed, they're not going to do it until it's beneficial, So here this dude is, they're sending these guys pro. They got these networks coming out. People are canceling their subscription to gyms because they're like, yo, listen, Dada got all these people coming out there, and my buddy just went pro, this, that, and the third. So now I'm becoming a target, right? So we got to get rid of this dude. And, it was a blessing because that put me in a position, to say, hey, okay, well, I got to take my game to the next level. Shout out to Pepe, shout out to Ray Guns, one hand wash the other hand, and they both come together to wash the face, and got up with Mike, and Mike brought, the business acumen into the equation, and we packaged it up. You know what I'm saying? We're innovators, we're pioneers. We changed the circumference. We have the mighty trigon, not like a boxing ring, not like an octagon. So we changed the game upside down. And now, we're the worldwide leaders when it comes down to tradition, because we was doing this thing before anybody. When Kimbo Slice was doing what he was doing, nobody on the planet was popular as that guy. I came up right underneath him with doing these bare-knuckle fights. Nobody, no other organization.
100 million view videos. Yeah, Dada, no doubt. Hey, I was there for it. Absolutely 100%. More famous than many, many, many fighters with a lot more fights. You still got the public's interest. And I think it comes down to this. It's about that dog. Everybody wants, that's what bare-knuckle is so great about it. Like you said, you ain't got to be the most technical at this, but you got that dog in you, especially getting in that trigon, the smallest combat fighting surface in the world. I mean, you get in there, man, you got to have that dog in you. And I do want to ask you about, how does Dada5000, the hood legend down in Florida, link up with a Mike Vasquez you know, a NASCAR team or first Hispanic NASCAR team owner. How does that partnership start? That's interesting to me.
Okay, well, it started, you know, I'm down in Paran, and I'm like, yo, I got to get over this hump. I came as far as I could go. They're not going to let me go any further, right? But I still know there's a need for this. You know, this has a lane, you know, and I can't give up on the individuals that are dependent on me. And before I even segue into that, me, Mike, and another gentleman, Ed Haynes, we got about 40, 50 fighters together, and we came out in 2014, right? We partnered up, and we gave an iconic speech, and we told them this is what they need to expect of us, and this is what we need. This is what we're going to expect from them. And 10 years later, we've held true to everything that we said, and we have the footage. While other people are just talking, we put the footage back that's stamped with the dates, showing that we've been around. We've been doing some great things, not just for fighters, but strengthening the community. Because I always said, this is not about me. It's been bigger than me. That's why I didn't have to be a fighter in the backyard. I'm the referee, you know, I'm playing all these other roles. But the importance is focusing on these individuals, you know, because it's people that are in attendance that can change their lives, you know, and that's like, that's a smile that you can't even measure, you know. So I'm sitting back and I spoke with Ray Guns. Shout out to Ray Guns. Ray Guns introduced me to Jose Pepe Cyrus. Pepe was involved with Pitbull for many, many years, right? And Pepe was like, Dada, I got somebody that I want you to meet. He took me down, you know, because where my office now, right here, Mike is like literally right across the street, right? But it's Good Friday, but, you know.
Yeah. Good Friday.
So,
Happy good.
when I sat down with him, he already knew who I was. He's heard of me. He's heard of the backyard. So I just shared with him my vision. And he was like, Dada, I think I can work this. You know, we shook hands on it. 10 years later, we're kicking ass and taking names. Now we have a star-studded roster. We got Mike Goldberg, who needs no introduction, you know, from UFC Bellator. We got Claudia, you know what I'm saying, Charles, you know, needs no introduction, first mainstream Hispanic, you know, commentator. You know, we got two-time boxing world champion Paulie Marginali. You know, we have Big Mo, who's the next superstar ring announcer. You know, we have Benny Ricardo. You know, we listen, we have a star-studded team of individuals. You know,
no doubt. No doubt.
Fighters, you know what I'm saying, it's getting bigger and bigger by the day.
And you just signed Summer Rae, right? The diva last month, right?
100%.
I mean, y'all is adding to the roster.
Mel, the matchmaker, you know, like Mel is killing it. So shout out to Mel.
So leading into that, okay, and you have been the leading edge as far as, you know, doing things in bare knuckle other people aren't doing. Let's talk about the partnership with BKB, which is produced some great fights. How do you see that? How do y'all see the success of that? And what do you see that going forward, Dada?
Well, here's the thing, you know, like I always said, we're real, we're raw, we're authentic. You can't mention bare knuckle fight nowhere in the world if Dada5000 or BYB is not coming out inside your opening sentence. When you look at Brawl, right, you take off the B and the L, what you got? You got raw. That's what we are. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say we're real, we're raw, we're authentic. Now, when you talk about that partnership, you know, that's iconic because that's like, it gives our fighters an opportunity to grow across the pond and give their fighters an opportunity to come across here. You know, it's like that Atlantic transition, you know, and it's big and we're covering more territory, you know, because not only are we doing great things over in London, you know, doing numbers at the O2 Arena, but we're in Dubai, you know, and we're going to be inside even more countries, you know, coming up. So it's like when you say, hey, listen, it helps unify us to the point that when you look at if you are a BYB champion, you're not just a BYB champion, you're the champion of the world. Let's be clear on that. So you have certain organizations, they only hire who's a part of the organization. If one of our fighters from BYB fight a dude from London and that title's on the line, that title can very well change hands. You know, and that's what people are not getting. That this thing is big time. you know, and we're building up momentum. You know, we have projects that are coming out. We have fighters that want to come over to us. You know, we sign guys like every day, every other day. They want to be over here. We're solid. You know, there's no wavering. We stand 10 toes on everything that we say, and we do what we say. That's most important. These are athletes. But for those that like basketball, you got to get a basketball because you can't play them with our checks because our checks don't bounce.
There you go. And so that leads me into this. Well, I see bare knuckle fighting going mainstream very shortly, man. And a la the UFC, MMA going mainstream, you know, some 20 years ago. How do you feel about that? You see bare knuckle filling up 50,000, 25,000 seat arenas?
100%. You know, because it's already going in that direction. I mean, you got guys. Let's just to be clear. You know, we are acknowledged in this space. Your Dana White, your Scott Cole, because everybody understands that bare knuckle is the thing. For a lot of these fighters that are in the UFC and other, you know what I'm saying, organizations, they got bum knees or this, that, or third. They can feel comfortable standing with their hands. This gives them, you know what I'm saying, a lifeline. That if they didn't have bare knuckle, yeah, their career probably would be ended here, you know? So you look at a lot of these guys that's coming from the UFC to bare knuckle organizations, you know what I'm saying? And we're getting more. We're getting more, you know, and we have the smallest, the most dominant fighting force in the world for it. It's nothing on the planet that's better than the mighty Trigon. And I call it the mighty Trigon because it's second to none, you know? And when you look at these shapes, it's nobody, that's a no-brainer, you know? Two things I believe in. I believe in myself and I believe in the mighty Trigon. And BYB, because when it comes to bare knuckle, I always said, we make the weekends. You've seen that thing. It's a beast. The Trigon is a star by itself. You know what I'm saying? The fight
It's intimidating. It's intimidating to look at, man. It is. And
how close we start off. Like everything's in arm's reach, including your opponent.
You in the corner almost the whole fight. You got to get out them corners. I mean, so the females in bare knuckle. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you, Dada. Before bare knuckle, I didn't really get excited about female combat sports. It didn't excite me, and the fights were kind of boring. But in bare knuckle, a lot of times the female are the fight of the night. I mean, they're in there, dogs scrapping it. So I think that's huge too, because even male fans like them. It seems they like them more in bare knuckle.
100%. And then, you know, the mighty Trigon enforces confrontation. We've heard about that guy brought his bicycle in the ring. You can't bring your bike inside the ring.
Whoa.
Trigon is real and it's bloodthirsty, you know, to the point that when you look at everything that's always been associated with the Trigon, the triangle been of that speculation, you know, and curiosity, from the Bermuda Triangle, from your secret societies, from love triangles, from triangle offenses, you know, from the pyramids, looking at the back of your money, the triangle is on the back.
I hear you.
Numerology. I mean, listen, this right here was a hit. So when you take female combat, right, female combatants, when you put them that close and you put them in that electric environment, it tests everything. It tests your rank IQ, your overall rank performance. Because, listen, that's the wrong time to try to figure it out on fight night when it's go time.
Right.
That's why I have the Trigon in the back right now. You know, I get up and I walk to the back and it's right there. So it's like, it's something that's like a fresh breath of air. And, you know, we have it. You know, only two organizations own their own patent. That's UFC and that's BYB.
I mean, the Trigon is definitely the most unique fighting surface in the world. The only thing you can do after that is just get inside the phone booth with somebody. You're right. I mean, there's action. There's no bicycle, no moving. So I know your next event, your huge event is Tampa, right? That's what you're looking at. What is that looking like? And what is the rest of y'all? What do you see this year for BYB, Dada?
Smoking like 2 trains. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we're not slowing down. We're only going up. You know, we have events galore coming up. You know, we're gonna knock this ball
I'm
up
looking. I'm like
in Tampa. Then next month, May, we're gonna be in Denver, and we got other events lined up for this year. Listen, we have stars that are making their debuts. You know, this card in Tampa is star-studded. You know, of course we have, you know, Ryan Jett versus Cub Hawkins, you know, for the title. Somebody's getting fucked up in that fight. These guys, you can't coach what they embody. You know, what's in them, you know what I'm saying? You can't buy it. Nobody can give it to you. You know what I'm saying? You can't steal it. You got to have it. And that's that dog. And listen, hey, I can't wait. Then we have Levi Costa, big heavyweight, going against the Cuban assassin, you know what I'm saying, Gustavo, you know. The whole card is fireworks, you know, and it's a treat for the people in attendance to witness bare-knuckle pugilism at its finest.
And you guys have built some stars there. You brought in some UFC veterans, of course, but you built a lot of homegrown bare-knuckle fighter stars, and that's what I like, man. I like Villanueva when it just the first time you see him, they're electric. They stars. You got stars in the building over there that you guys. I see what you're doing there, growing the talent.
And you know, it's like with us. Shout out to Yuli Diaz, you know, the monster. You know, and every other fighter, you know, that can identify with the unique qualities that BYB, you know what I'm saying, offers to the fighters. We take care of our guys, you know what I'm saying? And we put them in the best position to win. You know, like if you got a problem as a fighter, we got a problem. No other organization, you know what I'm saying, is like that. And any fighter, and if I'm lying, fighters call it out. We take care of these guys, you know, because they are individuals that come out and they lay it on the line. You're not guaranteed to walk out of any combat sport how you walk in. You can walk out, if you're fortunate enough to walk out, with injuries that you may have with you for the rest of your life. And we got some special things, you know what I'm saying, that's coming up, you know what I'm saying, for the fighters that they can actually sink their teeth into for the long haul, you know. And shout out to Dr. January, you know, shout out to her team and everybody that's been, you know, plugging me in, you know, with all types of great people that, you know, we're going to implement in to BYB that can actually, you know, put the fighters in a position that after fighting, they still got quality of life.
I mean, here at Knuckle Town, we are first fighter first all the time. There ain't no show if there ain't nobody to get in there and risk their lives, because that's what fighters do. Been involved in combat sports all my life. You in there risking your life. So absolutely, it's about the fighters. All right. So, we got Dada. There he is. You back with us. So, man, I just want to say it's an absolute pleasure for me, man. I've been following your career all, you know, since you started, and you got in late, man. You didn't start into your like early 30s, right? In the combat sports. So, like, it's amazing what y'all, and not only that, you've been part of history. Every time you do something, you're part of history, it seems, right? Guys, first female bare knuckle fight in the UK, first champ, female champ, all kind of first. Seem like every time y'all do something, it's a first. How's that feel, man?
What it feels good. This right here is what we're accustomed to, you know, because when you look at before anything and anybody else, it was us. Before bare knuckle was even popular, it was us. Before anybody could have even fathomed the thought that this could be a thing, it was us. You see what I'm saying? We spawned the brain cell inside everybody's mind. From KFC to those guys to anybody, to the game breads to anybody. Game bread, these dudes have been in my backyard. I showed them what was possible. You know what I'm saying? And they went out, and when they got themselves financially secured, they was in a position to emulate it. Notice what I said, emulate it. They didn't originate it. They didn't pioneer it. They duplicated it. You know what I'm saying? So you can copy the style. You can copy the format. We're the originators. We're the creators. Everybody else is carbon copies. But you can copy all that, but you can't copy respect. You have to earn that. And every time Dada5000 and BYB is in your city, not only do we shut it down, we put the people on notice. And when you talk about, you know what I'm saying, combat, we are the premier. We are the bare-knuckle extreme reality kings, you know? And I just sit back, and I would never get the credit for half the things that I've done. But at the end of the day, I know that if it wasn't for a blueprint for you to emulate your style off of, none of this will be a thing. None of it will be a thing.
I mean, there you have it. I mean, first of all, man, thank you so much. Hey, you got any shout outs you want to do before we wrap this up? I don't want to take too much of your time up, Dada, but you got anybody especially you want to lay out for the people?
100%. You know, again, man, shout out to BYB Extreme, all of the staff that put all this hard work into making these shows, you know what it is. Shout out to Greg Bloom, the CEO. Shout out to Mike Vasquez, president, you know, Pepe, you know, everybody, you know. So many names. I want to miss out on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Mel Venezuela, you know, and everybody else, you know, that I did not mention, but you're working hard to do diligence, you know what I'm saying, on these shows. And shout out, you know, to Dr. January, her team, and to everybody else, man, that's supporting the movement, man. We thank you. To the fans, you guys, you know, follow BYB Extreme, you know, tap in, you know, subscribe to the BYB YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Real Dada5000 YouTube channel. We're going to start giving you guys gold because at the end of the day, action speaks louder than words. We have a lot of content that we're going to start putting out there that show you guys how far we've come. You can't respect where you're going until you can acknowledge, you know what I'm saying, the history of the foundation of where you started.
Facts. Fact. And Dada, big face in Knuckle Town. We're looking forward to coming to a BYB event very soon, man. I shake your hand, man. I can't wait to meet you in person, bro. You got a fantastic product. You guys are doing amazing work there. It's the most exciting sport in the world. So definitely tap in. Definitely follow Dada5000. Follow BYB Extreme. Follow them on YouTube. Go to YouTube, man. They got this hour. You'll fall in a hole for hours of dope content, man. So, man, appreciate a legend in the game, Dada5000, man. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate you, man.
Hey, and thank you guys. I appreciate you.
Man. I mean, there you have it, man. Legendary Dada5000, man. Been in the backyard. BYB stands for Backyard Brawl. I mean, been doing this since it became hot. Like I said, I didn't even know what YouTube was until Kimbo and Dada showed me what that was, man. So once again, it just shows you the speed in which he talked about it. Bare knuckle is growing. It's the hottest, fastest growing combat sport in the world. If you haven't thought about it, you're wrong. You may think wrong because once you watch it, it's amazing. The fighters are amazing. The characters are amazing, as you just saw there. Thanks for joining us here, man. Hey, and Dada5000, welcome to Knuckle Town. We'll see y'all soon, man. Big faces out, baby.
Welcome to Knuckle Town.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off or get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your feet cloud. If you're in and out, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Welcome to Knuckle Town.
A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that